Good evening. I'm Dan Birmingham, and welcome to the recap, where we discuss and recap the events of UWA's past and the events of UWA's future. And we start off the first episode with a very hot topic, that being Underground Unleashed, the show that has shaken the backyard wrestling community to its very core. Things that we saw, returns, betrayals, debuts, and then the unthinkable. But the night kicked off with a bang, as finally, Dalton Skull made his long-awaited UWA debut after being in talks with the company since Final Destination. He made a hot splash by going up against one of the cornerstones of the lower mid-card of UWA Pogo. Let's take a look at that.
Well, we're starting off hot here.
Holy hell.
He's here.
A multi-year veteran of backyard wrestling, Dalton Skull made his way to the Underground at Underground Unleashed a few days ago and immediately made a big impact, beating up one of the longest-standing roster members in Pogo the Clown, who he himself was trying to get a break, but he couldn't quite catch it, as Dalton Skull took it to him. After a last resort knee, everything was over, and now we have a new number one contender for the Underground title. But we have to ask ourselves, what does this mean for Underground champion Chase Sullivan, who has been eerily quiet since Final Destination and has only defended his title in a handful of dark matches? Who knows? But what is for sure is the eventual meeting of Skull and Sullivan will be one for the ages. Let's go back to the recap. Up next, Dark Skull defeated the Retail Ape in a qualifying match for the Executioner Cup tournament. And we can safely show you right here, right now, you get an exclusive look at what the bracket will look like, and we will explain the details of the tournament right now. Show it. Now, the next qualifying match is not known when it's happening, but we will find out sometime soon. The rest of the tournament will be very, very interesting to see. Dark Skull already has a big advantage over everybody else, but it'll be interesting to see how this tournament turns out for other people. Now, let's move on to our next story, the Southern Championship. This was the ending scene at Underground Unleashed for the Southern title. After a quick K&K and snapping him, CJ caught the shapeshifter, and a simple 3 count ended the dream of Ash. CJ had just made history, becoming the only man to have held both UWA World and Southern Championships. He was on top of the world, holding that championship gold like it was his own child. The crowd wasn't happy, but soon their spirits would be lifted.
Is it? Joe Anderson! Joe Anderson! Joe Anderson! At the event 1 year ago, he made history himself to be the first world champion, has come back to confront the man who took him out.
Joe Anderson had come back to face the man who took him out. After months of not being seen in the underground, everything was about to break loose.
Hey, you can't do it! Spear!
The Southern champion went down in a heap, and when everything was thought to be over, then came Little Mike.
These men are having it out. These two men feuded for the world title for so long. Last year, guillotine. This is pandemonium here. Spear! But CJ's back up. K&K to Anderson.
The message was sent. Didn't matter who was put in front of him. CJ had gold again and was not going to let anyone take his title. What is to come of the Southern title? Only time will tell. History was made. And now that CJ is the Southern champion and Anderson and Mike are back to confront him, who knows what's in store for the Southern title? After that was something that words and footage can never describe. You have to go back and see it for yourself. That was the tag match to crown the first ever Infinity Interpromotional Tag Team Champions, when Aaron Blaze and eventual mystery partner The Eagle took on XCW's Fletch and Corey Lee, or so we thought, as they soon became Nemesis and Mirai, and captured the tag team championships in an instant classic that will never be forgotten. But it was what happened after the match that might just trump that.
Comments to this.
Oh my
187. 187 and a slap for disrespect. And 1, 2, 3.
After their defeat in this instant classic tag team contest, one would think that Aaron Blaze and the Eagle would work to become a better team. But you'd surely be mistaken.
Oh my God.
This is just too much. I get it. Oh, no!
Why the ref? The board of directors is going to have something to say about this into this man after this.
What has gotten into Aaron Blaze?
Oh, and then the stop.
This is a different Aaron Blaze than we've seen.
The board of directors found Aaron Blaze's conduct to be disgusting. They have been talking about a possible punishment for the young superstar. Not much is known at this time, except for one thing. Blaze has a match with the Eagles soon, and we can only suspect the violence that will come from it. The match was made official by management a few days ago. Officially, the Eagle gets a chance to redeem himself, and Aaron Blaze gets a chance to prove that he's right. One can only imagine what will come from this contest. But let's move on to, quite frankly, what is the singular biggest story probably in UWA's short history. We are, of course, talking about the main event. Captain Law and Jake Howell, one-on-one. We have prepared a video package for this monumental occasion. Take a look.
Oh, the kicks! He's not wearing kick pads either.
Intensity something kind of with a knife, just like.
And he's cutting him down.
He's got him in the cuffs.
Will Howell reach the rope? We're going to see a tap out or a pass out.
He's got him in the hand.
Oh, oh my God, what a cutter out of nowhere! Oh, he almost had him. There's a big boot to the sternum.
And ball collapses into the cover. 1, 2.
Oh, we almost had
grasped his first world championship.
tackle. Oh my God, he tackled him.
Law told him he wanted him to fight him.
Different.
Howell just smacked him.
Oh my God, hilarious.
Modified
Primal scream.
shot.
It might be over. Could be a
Big
TKO.
Oh, another one, but that one runs.
Got him down. 1, 2, 3. He beat him. Who is this?
Who? There's not supposed to be someone in the ring right
There's
now.
supposed to be something. I don't know.
Oh my God! Oh God! Oh! He's not supposed to be here. Can he say that? He's not supposed to be here.
Oh my God! Get each other's faces. It's not supposed to happen, ladies and gentlemen.
Somebody get out here and get them out of here.
Blaze has hit the ring. Here comes Joe Anderson. That man's not supposed to be here.
Another fucking time, alright?
What does this mean?
It was the debut that shocked not only UWA but the backyard wrestling world. The debut of the man most widely known as Atomic Titan. He came from out of nowhere, reportedly, from those who were backstage and those who saw what happened. He burst through the back door of the arena, clad in a hood, pushed some people over, came out from the back, and everything happened as it happened. And it was there that for the first time in 2 years, two men locked eyes, Jake Howell and Atomic Titan. The locker room poured out of the back to give their support in this brawl. The cameras didn't capture what happened afterwards. There was cussing, there was screaming, shoving, there was everything. Titan was rushed out of the building. Howell was angry, and the entire roster was left with so many questions. However, we do have some exclusive news regarding Titan. The UWA Board of Directors, while not a big fan of how he did it, have recognized the tremendous amount of buzz that this has caused, and they are more than willing to let Titan back into the arena if given the chance. So this does beg the question, is Atomic Titan gunning for Jake Howell in the World Championship? Only time will tell. Thank you for joining us here on The Recap. Have a good evening.